Hello and welcome to my review of the Solar Auxilia Tactical Command section for Solar Auxilia for Warhammer, the Horus Heresy from Games Workshop. Now, a set of these 5 Solar Auxilias will cost you £20.50 and consists of 137 plastic components. You could have picked these up in the Solar Auxilia battle group in the background. That would have cost you 130. Of course, the Dracosan is 57 and these are 20, so that would be 77. You're well over halfway in just those 2 units, but you also get the Heavy Sentinel, a Lehman Russ Strike Tank, and another 20 Solar Auxilia Las Rifle section. But, you know, you can buy these 5 individually if you missed out on the set, or if you just wanted another command section. The format of this review is as normal. I'll have a look at these minis up close. I'll go through how easy they were to build and their detail and things. Then I'll go through the spare parts. Then I'll go through some size comparisons, and at the end I'll go through all of their rules found in the Liber Imperium Forces of the Emperor army book. So first things first, let's have a look at these minis. They're pretty nice. They don't take you too long to build. The main focus really is the Auxilia Champion, of which you do get enough parts to build the a Solar Auxilia Legate Marshal. I don't think we'll get a separate plastic miniature for the Legate Marshal. I think to get a Legate Marshal you have to just get this set, which is fine. It's just that his weapons are different. A normal Auxilia Captain, you don't have access to the same sort of weapons. So I've just built it as a Solar Auxilia Tactical Command section. So we'll start off with the Captain then. This chap right here. I've equipped this one with a plasma pistol, and they say it's a close combat weapon, but I've just given him a power sword. Why not? The thing is, the Captain can be upgraded to a Marshal anyway, but yeah, hopefully you can see that. And the detail, he looks fine. He's got a fancy helmet there with a plume. It does the job. But as I say, there's plenty of other weapons like power fists and different power weapons and things, and you kind of upgrade him to a Marshal within the command section. Then you've got 4 Auxilia companions. So this is one companion. This is probably like the standard basic companion. This is just like a las rifle. Nothing special about him. I don't think he's got any extra different war gear and things. I've given him a bayonet as well. Why not? Yeah, you could, swap him with any other Solar Auxilia. But then we've got some specialised companions. So we've got this one right here, which has the Auxilia Vexilla, or the Cohorts Vexilla. So this is basically like your banner bearer. And this one has some kind of close combat weapon. I don't know where the las rifle is, but I think you could put a las rifle on the back of his power pack thing. I think you get 2 options for the banner. So yeah, that's like your banner bearer. It would be nice if Solar Auxilia got a bigger banner bearer at some point. Then you've got this chap right here, which I think has the augury scanner, I want to say. It looks like some kind of scanner thing. But he's quite unique. He's got these canister things. He's got his las rifle underslung. He's pointing. So he's quite cool. And then finally, the 5th member of the team has a Command Vox. Now I think this is the Command Vox because he's got some kind of communication mouthpiece, and he's got this speaker thing, speaker grill, and he's got his las rifle. I like the power packs that the las rifles, the separate las rifles, can just slot in. I don't think they get charged by it. That would be cool if they did. But a bit odd, like, oh, I've just got to charge my las rifle. I think they just mag lock in there, and then that rotary thing is the actual ammunition clip. As I say ammunition clip, it's just like a battery, isn't it, really? So you just swap a charged battery. But yeah, he's quite cool too. So that's your 5 that you're going to get in the set. So you get 1 normal Lance Rifle companion, and then you get 4 sort of, you know, specialised ones. In terms of spare parts, you're going to use that command section sprue. So you're going to have a standard Solar Auxilia Las Rifle section sprue. You're going to have quite a few parts left over. Everything from loads of chest plates to a power fist, to another vexilla, to these icons that I think you put on the top of the vexilla. You've got a las pistol there, you've got a needle pistol, you've got a flamer. There's a blast pistol somewhere as well, maybe that's the blast pistol. You've got more las rifles, you've got legs, yeah, a heads, a melter bomb. So you're getting a lot of spare parts that you're not really going to use. Some pouches, but you use a lot of pouches and canteens with this this unit. So yeah, a fair few spare parts that I don't know, you probably could use with your normal Solar Auxilia, but yeah, that's all the spare parts you get. Size comparisons then, there's literally no point me giving you any comparisons next to Solar Auxilia because that is what they are and that's their size, but I suppose I could give you some comparisons with a Dracosan, which you might want to protect them, then be in the command unit, put them in a Dracosan. Again, not sure whether you want to put them in one of these with a las cannon or demolisher cannon, but yeah, 5 of them can, you know, fit in there quite easily. Then comparison with a Lehman Russ assault tank. This one's got the Volkite weapon on there, and then I've got a couple of Sentinels. Like I've got the heavy Sentinel, and I've got like the light Sentinels. So yeah, they're quite standard sized troops. You know, they're going to be smaller than Space Marines and things. Horus Heresy. Speaking of which, let's just compare them to other troops from Horus Heresy. So we'll kick off with the newer sort of Space Marines. So we've got Mark 3s and Mark 6s. So that's where Mark 3 sizes up. And then a Mark 6. Just a bit taller really. And then we've got a Tech Thrall for Mechanicum. So these Solar Auxilia are taller than these Tech Thralls. So the Tech Thralls being the smallest troops in Horus Heresy miniature range so far. And the last few comparisons I always like to make is just with some 40k miniatures, which are right here. So I've got normal Space Marine, so shorter than normal Space Marine, Slime Arbo, similar height, and then Primaris is a fair bit taller. So there you go, hope that helps. Okay, so this is my part of the review where I will go through all of the rules for the Solar Auxilia Tactical Command section. You'll find their rules in the Liber Imperium Forces of the Emperor Army book under HQ. You know, the clue is in the name there that they are command section. Now, they're included in a Auxilia Tactical Command Tertio, which includes 1 Solar Auxilia Tactical Command section and then 0 to 2 Solar Auxilia Companion sections. So the Tactical Command section itself then is 105 points, and you're getting 1 Auxilia Captain and 4 Auxilia Companions. The Captain stat line is a movement of 6 inches, weapon skill 4, ballistic skill 4, strength 3, toughness 3, 3 wounds, initiative 4, attacks 3, leadership 9, and save of 4+. It's pretty good actually. Then the Companion stat line is the same, but they have 1 less wound, they have 2 wounds each, and they have 1 less attack at 2, and their leadership is also only a 7. As mentioned earlier, one Auxilia Captain may be upgraded to an Auxilia Marshal for 10 points, and then the stat line for the Marshal, they actually have a weapon skill of 5, which is insane. And they also have 4 attacks, but everything else remains the same. So it might be worth you spend that extra 10 points for, you know, an extra attack and a better weapon skill. War gear. They have a las rifle, void armor, refractor fields, frag grenades, crack grenades, melter bombs. So it's pretty good, you know, other than they've just got a, you know, flashlight. You know, they've got the melter bomb, they've got the refractor field, they've got the void armor. It's brilliant. The unit type, they are close order characters, and the companions are infantry close order. Special rules, tertio and stubborn. Dedicated transport. May take an Aurochs transport, of which we don't have a plastic kit for yet, or a Dracosan armor transport as dedicated transport. It doesn't, and it, as usual, it doesn't take up an additional force organisation slot, but its points cost must still be paid as part of the army. Now, options. This command section has a lot of options, so you can take an additional 5 Auxilia companions for 12 points each, which is pretty good amount of points there. So if you want to bump them up to 10, just take 5 more, and then that's going to cost you an extra 60 points. So you're looking at 165 points for a nice, you know, 10-man command section with their, you know, 2 wounds each and their save of 4+, and their, you know, las rifles. Any model with a las rifle may take a bayonet for +1 point each. Yeah, that's a bit annoying. Be good if they could just have them or not have them. Any model in the unit may exchange their las rifle for one of the following. Now this is where it gets juicy. So they can have a Volkite charger for 2 points, power weapon and blast pistol for 10 points, chargeable weapon and blast pistol for 10 points, bolt gun for 3. That's a big upgrade from your las rifle. Magna combi weapon for 10 points, minor combi weapon for 5, flamer for 5, grenade launcher for 5, plasma gun for 10, melter gun for 15. So that's really decent. You know, you don't have to have these special Vexilla and command voxes and all those kind of things. You can just have 1 captain and then 4 melter guns if you really wanted to. 1 companion in the unit may be upgraded to have a command vox at 10 points. 1 companion in the unit may be upgraded to have an augury scanner for 5 points. 1 companion may be upgraded to have an Auxilia Vexilla for 5 points, or a cohorts Vexilla at 15 points. Means that any friendly unit that includes at least 1 model with a command vox may choose to use the leadership value of any model in a friendly unit with another command vox when making pinning tests or morale checks. The augury scanner, any models cannot be deployed using the infiltrate special rule within 18 inches of a model with an augury scanner, and any unit that includes at least 1 model with an augury scanner ignores the 24-inch limit to line of sight when making shooting attacks while the night fighting rules are in effect. And finally, when the enemy unit is deployed in the battlefield from reserves, a unit that includes at least 1 model with an augury scanner may take the interceptor advanced reaction. The Auxilia Vexilla, you add 1 to the wound score used to decide if they win a combat in the assault phase, and if they choose to fall back, only a distance equal to the roll of a d6 instead of 2d6, and if forced to move off the edge of the battlefield will instead stop with each model 1 inch from the edge of the battlefield. It's pretty good. The cohorts of Auxilia, if they're within 6 inches of a model with a cohorts of Auxilia, are considered to have a leadership characteristic of 9 when resolving morale checks or pinning tests. They also gain the line subtype as long as they remain part of that unit. So again, I don't know whether you want the extra leadership or whether you want the add 1 to like wound scores in battle and not be able to flee off the edge. It would be nice if they actually said whether the cohorts Vexilla has the Auxilia Vexilla sort of rules, you know, as part of it. That would be great as like an upgrade, but as it stands, you know, you're paying 15 points for the cohorts one. The Auxilia captain may be upgraded to an Auxilia marshal for 10 points, and then that marshal, and then the captain or marshal may exchange their void armor for heavy void armor for 10 points. Heavy void armor gives you the 3+ armor save, and they also gain the heavy unit subtype. The Auxilia captain or Auxilia marshal may exchange their las rifle for one of the following: las pistol and close combat weapon, which is pretty much what mine's equipped with, for free. The Auxilia Captain or Auxilia Marshal may exchange a las pistol for one of the following: a blast pistol for 2 points, needle pistol for 2, hand flamer for 2, or plasma pistol for 5 points. That's what mine's equipped with. And then the Auxilia Captain or Auxilia Marshal may exchange a close combat weapon for one of the following: power fist for 15 points. So yeah, it's odd because obviously earlier in the options it says any model may exchange the las rifle for one of the following, which is like a power weapon and blast pistol, but later on it then says the Marshal can exchange las rifle for las pistol and close combat weapon, but then you can only change that close combat weapon for a power fist. So that's really odd because it means that like companions can walk about with blast pistols and power weapons, but the actual Captain or Marshal can't. They either have a close combat weapon and a las pistol, or a plasma pistol and a power fist, or a plasma pistol and a close combat weapon. It seems really odd, and I think that's wrong. I think the Captain or Marshal should be able to have a power weapon, as you know, if they can have a power fist, they should be able to have a power sword or something, considering that all the other companions can. So that's a bit of a overlook by the rules writers there, I think. In summary, I think they're a nice looking kit. You know, they will fit well with Solar Auxilia. You might get them mixed up unless you paint them slightly different to the rest of your Solar Auxilia. They do have different chest plates and of course slightly different war gear, so they do stand out. But of course, you know, you're not getting any plasma guns or melter guns or even bolt guns with this command section. So not sure where you're going to have to source those from and you know, make them fit to these. It would have been nice if you did get, you know, just at least one melter gun or one plasma gun in the command section. That would have equaled it out, but I guess they were running out of space on the command sprue. But that command sprue is, I think, smaller. Just looking at it, it looks like the command sprue is actually smaller than the normal Solar Auxilia infantry sprue, so they probably could have created a new sprue with extra weapons and options and things, but never mind. What do you guys think of the command section? Please do put your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. It'd be good to hear from you. Thank you for watching. The Emperor Protects.